Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of appropriate ages, this is the Daily Deucey podcast. For today, Friday, February 26th, normally pizza day, but not pizza day for today, because we are celebrating Danny Boy's third birthday party tomorrow, although his birthday is, I believe, actually Sunday, March 1st. So shout out to Daniel Joseph Staley Jr. on his big 3-year birthday, which really blows my mind how fast the fucking kids go. Like, they say that, and, you know, you kind of don't believe parents. And when they say you love someone more than you could actually possibly imagine, it's all true. And I fucking love my kids so much. Johnny's walking, just about talking now. Everything's going good with those little munchkins. Lovely wife as well. We were going to have Chick-fil-A tonight, and then we forgot that it's Friday. So now we have to reconfigure and try to figure out what we're going to have for supper tonight. Thinking maybe, I don't know, it's hard to go meatless without the pizza, you know? And the wife's not too big on the old pescatone. Okay, on to our first story of the day, our national story. And it's really kind of crazy how this man lady is the National Health Secretary. So I don't really give a shit like what you want to do with your body as an adult, which goes into actually what Rand Paul's talking about here. But like, let alone the fact that this lady transitioned from a man to a woman, like, she's not even healthy looking. Like, if there was like some big jacked guy, like Macho Man Tranny Savage, who came in and was like, all right, brother, even though I'm a chick now, we're going to do push-ups, we're going to do sit-ups, we're going to do it all, baby. Like, I would say, okay, you should be the health fucking expert. But, like, you get these health experts in, like, LA and Chicago and fucking the national ones who are, like, old fat slobs or people who cut off their pee-pees, who I don't even know if she actually cut her pee-pee. Rand Paul. The left that went nuts over adults taking hydroxychloroquine touts hormones for trans kids. Senator tells Dr. Rachel Levine during hearing, I can't vote for you if you can't make a decision on that. Senator Rand Paul unloaded rhetorical bombs on the left that went nuts over hydroxychloroquine Thursday during a Senate hearing for Dr. Rachel Levine's Assistant Secretary of Health nomination. The Kentucky Republican told the transgender official that a confirmation vote would not be coming from him after an exchange on the use of hormone therapy and irreversible measures for transgender children. There should not be transgender children. You cannot make physically changing, permanent changes to your body before your body is fully grown. I don't know what to tell you. And the fact that people are actually arguing this is fucking insane. And to me, it's actually evil. It's what it is. American culture is now normalizing the idea that minors can be given hormones, Mr. Paul said. Do you believe minors are capable of making such a life-changing decision of changing one's sex? The Biden administration's nominee responded with a firm commitment to working with you in your office and coming to your office to discuss the particulars of the standards of care for transgender medicine. Okay, that wasn't the question, asshole. Like, is it okay for me to call you, if we're all fair and, you know, all genders are fair, I can call you an asshole, right? And it's not, you know, being a misogynist dick. I find it ironic that the left that went nuts over hydroxychloroquine being used possibly for COVID are not alarmed that these hormones are being used off-label, he said. There's no long-term studies. We don't know what happens to them. We do know that there are dozens and dozens of people who've been through this who regret what happened. A permanent change happened to them. And, you know, if you've ever been around children, 14-year-olds can't make this decision. Abso-fucking-lutely. The senator then pivoted to oversee developments in which kids as young as 4 years old now find themselves enmeshed in transgender issues. In the gender dysphoria clinic in England, 10% of the kids are between ages 3 and 10. Mr. Paul continued, we should be outraged that someone is talking to a 3-year-old about changing their sex. I can't vote for you if you can't make that decision. And then the LGBTQ Victory Institute. His remarks echo the talking points of some organizations who said gay men deserved AIDS and then LGBTQ should be criminalized. Man, shut the fuck up. That has nothing to do with what he said. And you taking stances on that and saying shit like AIDS and criminalization, you're trying to get a fucking rise out of people, which you certainly got it out of me. This is why I'm not going to be a fucking politician anymore, because I want to tell people like fucking Ruben Gonzalez from the LGBTQ Victory Institute to go fuck themselves. Okay? Because you cannot, he's talking about children. You cannot let a child between 3 and fucking 10 up to, you shouldn't let fucking children do it anyway. Regardless of, my fucking 3-year-old doesn't even know what his fucking wiener is. What are we talking about? There is going to be a time where people are going to snap. I promise you, you're getting lawsuits in Connecticut. I believe it was in Connecticut where girls are suing the state because all their records and all their fucking placements in track are getting annihilated by a fucking boy who threw a fucking wig on. What the fuck are we talking about in this country? When violence comes up in this country, it'll be because you pushed people too far. I don't know what to say. Like, there's nothing else to say in that. It's fucking ridiculous. And it's a fucking jab in people's face that they put this person up as the fucking Secretary of Health. We look like fucking idiots to the rest of the world. Deucey Crypto Update, 1:23 p.m. on February 26th. Bitcoin down just under 4% for the day at 47,595. Ethereum is down 3.77% for the day at 1520. Ripple down 4% at 44 cents. And Doge down another 1.31% at 5 cents. Elon Musk unfazed by rumored possibility of SEC probe into Dogecoin tweets. The Tesla CEO avowedly loves dogs and memes and is greeting the alleged possibility of federal scrutiny of his Dogecoin tweets with a consistently droll attitude. Rumors of possible investigation by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, into Tesla CEO Elon Musk alleges impact on Dogecoin's price moves have been circulating on social media over the past day. A phenomenon that one Twitter user has quipped is peak 2021. Musk's previous showdowns with the SEC notwithstanding, the CEO appears to be unfazed about the possibility of an all-too-real legal fallout sparked by his penchant for the meme cryptocurrency. Musk's professed love for dogs and memes has spurred him to repeatedly post jocular memes about Dogecoin, most recently one showing the Doge mascot on the actual moon. Literally on the moon from Elon. While the reference apes trader lingo for stratospheric price action, does that even, I killed that line, but does that even make sense? And could therefore be construed as some form of endorsement, Musk has publicly said that for all his love of the meme cryptocurrency, he is partial to Bitcoin. Bitcoin when it comes to strategic, personal, and corporate investment. That hasn't stopped the CEO's tweeting, however tongue-in-cheek, from providing some serious fuel for meme coin market volatility. Fucking killing this article right now. Dogecoin Christmas 2020 being just one instance. His apparently all too real impact on the price movements of both cryptocurrencies, given his enormous social media following, make disentangling meme fun from celebrity shilling almost impossible. Legal advisors have previously voiced their opinion that the CEO could already be in for scrutiny from the SEC after his documented influence on Bitcoin price moves this year. So, I guess there's one to both the prospect of the SEC investigation and the prospect of Doge metamorphosis into real currency remain for now parallel. Blah, 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 blah. So it's kind of interesting because the way the stock market and the crypto market and social media work now, like these people like Elon and fucking Bill Gates and all these guys, Jeff Bezos, if they tweet things now, to be fair, Elon, I believe, is socially smarter than those people as well. I certainly think he is doing this shit on purpose. If not just for the lols. I mean, do we even say that anymore? That's like a 2008 thing. Like just doing it for the lols. But it's going to be an interesting thing to see if the SEC actually does come for him. He's pretty confident that they're not going to. But listen, when Elon fucking posts something on Twitter, the prices shoot up. Now, he's also put his money where his mouth is with $1.5 billion worth of fucking Bitcoin in Tesla, but we'll see where the SEC does kind of land on this. But it'll be a kind of a precedent-setting case where some people's public statements will just be too powerful, and Jesus, that honestly sounds like losing. That sounds like losing your freedom of speech if you're too powerful. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Speaking of losing your freedom of speech, and I got to be honest, this one's a little bit wild to me. Hasbrouck Heights residents call for Board of Education member to resign over racist Facebook posts. During a contentious Board of Education meeting Thursday night, several residents called for the resignation of one trustee. Robert Fawcett was the main topic of discussion during public comments of the meeting as members of the public called for his resignation. The outcry comes after a police investigation into a post bearing white supremacist slogans that appeared on his Facebook page last summer. Prior to the public comment, board president Jillian Ferdinand read a prepared statement on behalf of the board that they believe that racism and hate have no place in our schools, and we condemn racism, discrimination, and bigotry in all forms. Super. We believe the board is responsible for creating and nurturing a learning environment free from discrimination, where every child is respected and valued for who they are, regardless of their skin color. We pledge to continue to build tools and skills needed to actively engage in conversations about privilege, racism, and bigotry in the hopes of creating sustained positive actions within our school. The statement closes out saying the board does not have the authority to police the conduct of its fellow board members regarding members' private actions. As residents ask about board policies and board's approach to dealing with the fallout of posts, some took it a step further and called specifically for Fawcett to resign. I'm calling on board member Fawcett to resign immediately, Roswell Saunders said. Your recent behavior shows a disturbing lack of judgment as well as a complete refusal to take responsibility for your actions. Your behavior amounts to betrayal of the public trust. So that's another person who claimed. So this is actually what happened. The post was a video complication depicting instances of violence with a White Lives Matter caption and the phrase diversity equals white genocide. Language that has been linked to hate groups. Fawcett went on to the Hasbrouck Heights police claiming that he had been hacked and the post was not his. The recently completed police investigation into the alleged hacking determined that only Fawcett's own devices had logged into his Facebook account during the time of posting. Okay, so this is where I gotta hop in here. First off, do I think if you're a fucking Board of Ed member, you should be posting any sort of fucking political race type of shit? No, I don't. Now, that being said, this is certainly fucking aggressive and kind of douchey, but he put White Lives Matter, a video compilation of violence, I believe, against white people, and then diversity equals white genocide, which is kind of a silly thing to say. But he didn't say XYZ about black people, Asian people are, Indian people are, Spanish people are this. So if we are banning all sorts of, racial memes or anything like that, pro or negative, any side, we should be banning all of them. So that would mean that no Black Lives Matter or anything like that, because this is the main issue. If everything was kind of fair across the board, I think a lot of these things would go through a lot easier. But like the chick Carano, who got fired from Disney Plus from The Mandalorian, she posted something about Republicans getting treated like Jews in the Holocaust, and she got fired. Okay. The star of that show, who plays The Mandalorian, posted basically something almost exactly the same about kids being held in cages and compared that to concentration camp victims, but nothing happened to him. So if you let your opinion out on the right, you're an asshole and you're going to get fired. But if your opinion is left-leaning, it's just okay. Now, the real problem here is when he tried to fucking get away from it. If he would have just basically said what I said, he still would be going through this shit. But it probably would have been done by now. But the fact that he fucking tried to say that he was hacked, like, come on, man. This shit is so dumb. And it almost never happens. Like, there's so many politicians and media people who say that their shit was hacked. And they said, I hate black people on Twitter. And they're like, well, I didn't say that. Like, almost never do actual social media accounts get hacked. So, did he not think they were going to reach out to Facebook and get the IPs? Again, old people not knowing what the fuck they're talking about. And it's super easy to determine which IPs posted what. Now, if you would have got lucky, or even if you wouldn't have been an idiot and you just used a VPN and the IP would have pinged in fucking Japan, you would have been good to go. But you were stupid to post this fucking video, and then you tried to get out of it. The cover-up is always worse than the crime, bro. It's always worse than the crime. The guy didn't give a fucking... won't give a statement. His lawyer won't give a statement. So he probably won't go down because he's not going to just give up. He'll probably just wait until he gets voted out, which maybe he won't because apparently Hasbrouck Heights is a pretty Republican town. But the cover-up is always worse than the actual crime, and there wasn't actually a crime here. We have to be fair. Like, if you're allowed to post completely inappropriate, harsh shit on the left, then people who post shit on the right also have to have that right. It's just what it is. On to the Deucey entertainment section for the day. District 10 is in the works from the District 9 creators. District 9 director Neil Blomkamp has revealed that work is now underway on the District 10 screenplay. Blomkamp announced on Twitter that he had re-teamed with his District 9 partners Sholto Copley and Terry Tatchell to write the screenplay for District 10, the long-awaited follow-up to his sci-fi action movie, District 9, which opened in 2009 to critical acclaim. He told his followers District 10 screenplay also being written by Charlotte, Terry Tatchell, and I. It's coming. District 10 has been rumored and speculated about for years, but up until now, Blomkamp has seemed prioritizing other projects. He told IGN in 2013 that he had a great idea for the District 9 follow-up, but had a bunch of other ideas and stuff that he wanted to make first. He provided a further update in 2017. In recent years, he's done various horror shorts under his Oats Studios banner, from Raqqa, Firebase, Zygote, and last summer in British Columbia, he filmed a new movie that's strong sci-fi and VFX component. So the one thing I will kind of comment on this, A, the aliens are coming anyway, so we might as well just get ready. But B, District 9 was an awesome movie. Like it's crazy. Wow, 2009. That came out 11 years ago. And I remember like the aliens and shit looking pretty realistic. And the really crazy part about District 9 was that like the aliens didn't come and take over. They were actually like fucking like bums. Like we took over the aliens, even though the ship stayed in the sky. Like they put them in like camps and shit. And then the aliens themselves actually escaped up back to the ship. Now, I believe I might have read this article from 2009 about the District 10, but I believe that like in the aliens that they sent in District 9 was like a worker ship. So when they came out, like none of the people there were warriors and anything like that. They were just manual labor aliens with like some supervisors and shit like that. So I believe that in the next one, like they have the actual like warrior aliens come back to fucking save the rest of their people. Because I believe at the end of District 9, the one alien does make it back up to a ship, which kind of restarts the fucking ship, which then probably sends a signal out to the other aliens like, yo, come help a ninja out and let's fuck these humans up. So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't watch almost any movies anymore. I watch basically all podcasts. I watched Lex Friedman, Eric Weinstein podcast last night, which my wife almost fell asleep through, but that shit was fire. But this movie I will definitely go see. Hopefully it stays nice out. We have basketball for 8 more days and 6 games in those 8 days. But once that's over, fucking content is coming heavy. We're going to be doing an interview podcast a week, daily Deucey podcast still every day. We're going to be streaming every night, and tons of more shit coming for all of my businesses. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.